Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. This one is a bit of an update because things aren't looking all that good in the stock market as well as in the crypto market. But before we get into it, let me just put out a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. This is no financial advice in this video, and this is just basically what I'm doing as well as what my thoughts are on certain situations. Before we get into the video, this is quite important. If you see anything like this where there's a group of people talking about some amazing investor on WhatsApp that's paid them thousands of dollars, it is my opinion that this is purely a scam, and if you associate yourself with this, you run the risk of losing all your money. I think these people are out to get your money, so don't fall for it. Now let's get into what I wanted to get. So as you can see right here, it is pretty much a very bad red day. We are now down 9.60% on the day at the time I'm making this video. And if we look at Shiba Inu, as you can see, we've taken a dip. We've actually gone down to 24.87, so that's quad 0, 24.87. Now my opinion on this is both that it is bad as well as good. It's bad that we're going down because people that are invested in it, like myself, are seeing a bit of a loss, and it's quite significant. But it is good because it allows us to pick up this coin at a nice discount. Now, as long as Shiba Inu is following the rest of the market, so all of these other coins right here, particularly the big dogs, and we're talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, as long as these two and the rest of the market are doing the exact same thing, I am not worried in the slightest. I will become worried if Shiba Inu starts to dip whilst everything else is going up. At the moment, Shiba Inu is following closely what Bitcoin is doing, and if we look at Bitcoin, we are at $38,000 per coin, which is quite low. But it's also a good sign because you can start picking up some cheap Bitcoin. I do think this is going to go up, and I do think the value of it is going to increase over time. Same thing for Ethereum. Ethereum is actually quite low. We are now trading Ethereum at $2,781 per coin, or let's call it coin, but that is actually quite good because it allows us to buy in. Now, there is, of course, a good reason for this massive drop, and of course, that is to do with Russia, or better said, the Russian central bank, which, of course, is asking Russia to ban cryptocurrency. Whether that will happen or not, we don't know. Of course, if that does happen, we are likely to see a further dip, as of course the mining power of cryptos will reduce for a time, but it will just move into other countries and so on. And so I think it's basically, for the first half of this year, we're about to have either a pretty much a bear market, or we're going to be trading sideways for quite some time. This is actually a good time to pick up some of your favorite cryptos, and I do intend to do that. I am going to be looking at XRP and Cardano. So these are two currencies that I will be picking up on top of others, but I will be showing you that later on. Now, if we take a look at the stock market itself isn't looking all that good, and we know that crypto does tend to follow the stock market. As you can see, most of the stocks tend to be going down. There are some that are trading sideways, but again, most of everything is down. We've seen this for quite some time now, over 3 months now, that things are trading downwards or sideways. And of course, this is, again, not a bad thing. This just means that I can pick up some stuff at a good discount. These are just good companies and good stocks that I want to get myself into. This is my watch list and things that I've been looking at purchasing for myself. As you can see, these are what I am currently invested in, and of course they are down compared to when I bought them, but that's fine because I am going to dollar cost average, and this is the kind of stuff or investment, better said, that I intend to stay invested in for at least 5 years, potentially 10 years. So this is the long-term investment for myself. Now, as far as Shiba Inu goes, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Yes, it's sad, it's painful to see that much red, but it is what it is, and it could be a lot worse, I guess. At the moment, Shiba Inu is following all of the other big coins, particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum, so I'm not really bothered. And as long as it does what these big coins are doing, basically, I continue to be bullish on it. I think it has potential. In my opinion, the lower we go, the more I'm gonna get as far as Shiba Inu goes, and I'm quite bullish on it. I'm putting in a lot of money, because if you buy it at this price and it goes or drops a zero, you will have made a decent amount of profit. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Everything you see here with a little star, basically I have put on my favorite list because I am invested in it. Now, as far as crypto goes, these are just the top, let's call it top 20 cryptos that I'm looking at. Now, Shiba Inu at the moment is one of the big dogs, so whilst it has the potential of making me some profit, I'm also going to be looking at some lesser known cryptos. And this is what I have been keeping my eye on. This is what I'm going to be investing some money in, not a lot. We'll see where things go. First things first, we have Revamon. So it is basically a copy of Pokemon. Of course, these developers here have worked, I think, on Pokemon VR or something like that. So definitely a team of experienced developers. So I will be picking up some of this. Currently, it is, let's see where we can find this. So I think we can find it on Pancake Swap, and you can see some of the characters, and of course they will evolve and stuff like that. So very similar to Pokemon. They don't really have a lot of information on the developers, but that's fine. And yeah, here we go. We got some partners here. As I said, I'm going to be proceeding with caution. Yes, the team is good, but we don't know where this is going. And even so, if it does do good, it still has a potential of yielding some profit for me. Now, the next one I'm looking at is, of course, Magic Craft. This is another one of these tokens associated with the metaverse. You can see here on the website, there's a lot of thought gone into it. It does look pretty decent. Will I be playing it? I don't know. I'm more interested in the token itself. I might have a look at it eventually. Here we can see the team. Now, some people say that some of these people are known for stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. To me, it is an investment. Again, what I'm putting in, I'm willing to lose. Hopefully, it does good. We'll see what happens. But this is one of the tokens I'm looking at. The third one that I'm going to be looking at is, of course, the Clifford Inu token. You can see the addresses right here. And, of course, this is a deflationary token. And so that means as time progresses, the circulating supply will decrease, which hopefully will increase the value of the token. So I'm going to pick these up before they hopefully get big. These are just some projects I have been considering, but I am going to slowly start investing in it. As you can see, this is the website, so if you want to go and check them out, feel free to do so. This is just what I'm doing. As I said, I am not giving anybody any advice whatsoever. So this is the roadmap and what they're kind of looking at achieving. I do want to pick this up before it does get big. I do think there's a lot of potential for this particular token. And second to last is, of course, Zombie Inu, another token that is, of course, part of the metaverse. So notice that all of these right here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tokens I'm looking at, they're all associated with the metaverse, on top of Shiba Inu, which will associate itself with metaverse, as well as the Decentraland or Mana token that I've got. So I do think that the metaverse will be quite big. So this is, again, their website, and we can see what they're looking at, what they've achieved, what they're working towards. So this is kind of nice. I do like that, but I do intend to get quite a decent amount. So yeah, we got some charts here, distribution and all sorts of stuff. You guys can have a look at it, decide what you want to do, if you want to do anything. And one that I don't know what to think about. I do like the idea. That's just because I personally like cars, but I am going to be looking at Guzzler. So this is another one I will invest, not in the first phase. I'm going to do this in a couple of phases. In the first phase of investment, I'm going to go for, personally speaking, Revamon, Magic Craft, Clifford Inu, and Zombie Inu. And then with the next wave, I will look at this. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on this. I do think it has potential. I personally like cars, and if they do something like this, and it is for real, I do think it has a place on the market. Personally speaking, as a person that likes cars and games with cars, that plays them online, I might even play this game. It depends how this does. So to be fairly honest, it's not a great start to the year. We're seeing a lot of red in the markets, both in the stock market as well as in the crypto market. A lot of bad news for just the first month, to be honest. And this has hit the crypto market pretty darn bad. As far as me investing in it, I'm staying bullish on Shiba Inu. I kind of want to get to about 50 million or just over 50 million to 100 million Shiba Inu, especially at this price. Now, I think Shiba Inu has a lot going for it in the future. And you know what? In a previous video, I did say that I don't think a listing on Robinhood would do much for it. But just the rumor of a potential listing did seem to pump it a bit. So might be a bit wrong there. Now, when this is going to happen, if it's going to happen, I don't know. I think it has every good reason to happen. So that is a likely possibility. And I do think it's going to push the price up. What would be nice is if the Robinhood listing coincided with one of the other catalysts for it. So, I don't know, moving to the Shiba Inu blockchain or the reduction or Ethereum 2.0, whichever one comes first. Something big for Shiba Inu, and I think that will massively push the price up. I do think that there is a good possibility that will knock a zero off. So this is for me a very good price to buy it. If it drops below 20, I'm still going to be bullish as long as, of course, it follows the crypto market trend. So that means if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to go down and Shiba Inu is doing the exact same thing, more or less mirroring what the big dogs are doing, I'm staying bullish on it. There's no reason to worry. It's just basically across the market, and we just have to understand that sometimes they do go down. Cryptocurrency is, of course, a volatile asset, a very volatile asset as compared to the stock market, and even the stock market is going down. So as long as they go down, I'm just going to be picking up. To me, this is just a good discount. I'm personally invested in good stocks. I like to believe in the stock market, so when they do go up, it will be nice to have a handful of stocks and cryptos bought in at what I would class as a discount. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm looking at, and so far, you know, we've not started very good with this year. I think that the first 3 months we're probably looking at a very similar pattern. I'm kind of hoping and praying for about 6 months, and it'd be even better if it's longer than that, because that just gives me a good time or good vast amount of space to pick up these things at a reduced price, and that is what I'm looking at. And of course, these are long-term investments for me. And I guess the other thing that I did want to mention here on the topic of Shiba Inu, it's quite funny. A lot of people are trying to make predictions on when it's going to rise up, what the increase in value may potentially be. It's funny because I've been watching all of these analytics, and every prediction made on charts by a variety of people, they've all been wrong. And the reason for that is, of course, not because they don't know how to make prediction on the charts. It's because something unseen or unthought of happens. You know, bad news comes out, it pushes the price further down. I'm not saying that they don't know how to do that part of the job, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not even looking at the price charts or not doing any analytics on any charts, because it is too unpredictable at the moment, or the world we're living in, the things that are happening on the market are too unpredictable. You think something's going to happen, then some news around the world pops up very negative, has this massive negative effect on the price of whatever, you know, whether it's crypto or stock, it pushes it further down. I suppose from my perspective, what I'm saying is I'm looking at the bigger picture. This to me is a bit of a market crash, or that's what it looks like. And so when everybody's being fearful, I'm being bullish. I'm picking up everything on the way down, as much as I can on the way down. Basically, I'm rolling or reversing the truck back to the bank, loading my bags with everything that I can, and that goes across the board. So cryptos, as you can see, as well as stocks. So that's where I stand. I think this first half of the year is going to be pretty red. Might change halfway through the year. I would not mind it, to be fairly honest, if most of the year is red, because that just gives me an extended time period in which I can load up on things that I want to hold for when they start going up. And of course, I'm very confident in what I'm picking up and its ability to go back up. That is pretty much it for me for this video. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you have, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more similar content like this. I will be making more videos because this is something I am doing in the background. And of course, until next time, stay safe, folks.